I mean, he said he would be on, like last night in the podcast. I'll be there.
This is Jason.
So now we are climbing to 252 of the Radio Impound podcast. Friday night edition. This is becoming a little bit of a habit.
Woo!
Friday nights we get Kirby Hand.
Yes, sir. What up?
And
what up, rip heads?
Yeah, rip heads. Rip heads. And Jason might be popping in. He was on his way home from Chick-fil-A. Okay. I think that's what he said. So we will wait. Meanwhile, we have the January 1993 edition of the radio control car action on the screen here. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, just go watch the video version or not, whatever. Just listen to it.
Yeah, I don't watch any video podcasts, any video form, even like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Unless they're like flipping out about a clip. I'm like, okay, I got to see this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all audio.
So this issue was recommended by the Kirby Hand, 7-time champ.
And you know what's crazy? This is crazy that this is the cover. This is the cover shot.
This is why I had trouble finding this one.
For the IFMAR Worlds, and you got this as the cover shot. Guys.
You have here on the bottom it says IFMAR 10 scale Worlds. And then you have the Roar Off-Road Nationals also. And so that's your cover though, the World. There should have been Joel on the cover of this thing.
Yeah, or him with the trophy and the Evolution 10 or
I mean, whose car is this from? This is from the Nats, I would imagine, right? So I don't think they put names on the cars back then.
I bet Jason will know. Well, it's got it's got an Oakley sticker.
Look who popped in. There he is. Chick-fil-A boy.
Is
that where you were coming home from, Jason?
No.
Oh.
You were now. Just roll with it.
I'll roll
yeah.
with it.
You were supposed to roll with that.
Oh, sorry.
He was getting his dino nuggies.
So, what are we covering here?
All right, Jason, pop Quiznos.
Okay.
Whose truck is on the cover?
Well,
you need me to zoom in a little? Are you good?
Team Kyosho.
Kyosho.
Pegasus Hobbies.
Let's see the bottom.
Paris. It's the Off-Road Nats. Roar Off-Road Nats. Oh, this is the Kyosho Gas World Challenge, probably, I assume.
I honestly don't know whose truck that is. I actually think it's, it's not necessarily anybody that made the tour all the time.
Gotcha.
Because the Pegasus Hobbies is really rare, and because that's from California, that's a hobby shop in Montclair, California, and it's if that truck, let's see what. So that's from the Kyosho Gas World Challenge, I'm guessing.
That's our educated guess.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of strange. I mean, it's somebody from California most likely there.
And they have an Oakley sticker on the spoiler. An Oakley die-cut decal.
It looks like an Andes painted body.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Ranch pit stop there. Is that decal too?
Yeah, Ranch, Novak, Paris.
Yeah. So this guy was probably a California, Southern California local, that maybe even the ranch.
It's probably a surfer.
And made the trip to that Kyosho Gas World Challenge. But wasn't that Gas World Challenge? I think that was in...
That was my next question for you. Do you know where it was?
I think they were usually on the East Coast. is what I remember, but maybe they had one, if they had one like out at Hemet or something in California, maybe that's where it was from.
Yeah, well, my comment was, how is this your cover photo when you're breaking down the IFMAR 10 scale worlds that Joel won with a brand new car?
Take another drink there, John Bolton. Every time we mention Joel, he takes a drink.
Oh,
Well-
hope it's not alcoholic, dog. You're gonna be hurting.
Yeah, especially with Gotti in here.
And the magazine we're covering.
In the magazine, yeah. The only thing I could say is at that time, gas truck was definitely all the rage and the most popular. And
It's a shame that went by the waste of the dinosaur, because it was a very cool class.
yeah,
It just now I guess you'd probably run into the problem like, what track would you run them on?
yeah. There's not as many outdoor 10 scale tracks as there used to be. And
Just like the Losi motorcycle, what tracks are you gonna run them on?
Yep.
Tyler Hooks is saying he just wanted to hear about Jason's almost single-handedly destroying the Double X4 platform.
Well, we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Take a drink for that too. We mentioned Double X4 a lot.
96 Nats, man.
96 Nats. Got it in there already, right off the bat. This is 3 years. We're 3 years away from the 96 Nats here with this issue. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. What is up here in the oh boy, this seems
Oh
like
boy. This is so-
I saw,
Jason's like, this is why I showed up.
wow, what is that?
Is that the ride of the year?
Yeah, I guess
Oh
so.
my god. Car action. What
I
is
can't wait to
going
get to that part.
Who is the editor in charge of this shit?
Man.
Sheesh.
Look at the Iron Man Stewart right on the inside cover.
That is sick. The classic Toyota paint scheme, dude.
Ivan
Yeah.
Iron Man Stewart. I mean, that guy. Hopefully, he made a little bit of money off of his
Off the
image.
arcade game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his image and everything at that time period. I mean,
Oh, that was
He-
iconic, man.
he was the man back then.
Name one of his competitors, because you can't. You
Yeah.
know, Iron Man, Ivan Stewart, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like the Mike Tyson of whatever. It's
Mhm.
like
Mm-hmm.
Is he related to Tony Stewart? It's a good question,
Good
man.
question.
and
Yeah,
then
last name all the
at the
same.
top left corner, that's Kyle Reed.
Kyle Reed,
two-wheel
yeah.
buggy.
It's good. Like we said, good looking paint job.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
What's interesting is I was talking to Brad about this last night, and this is my guess is this is covering the 92 Roar Nationals. Oh man, this is going to be like a 4-hour episode.
No, we're gonna go through it. This
Maybe
is an hour
for
and a
you
half.
guys.
We're at 8 minutes in.
I mean, we have a 92 Worlds and the 92 Roar Nationals and an 8 scale race in here.
And the Reader's Ride is a monster truck.
This has 4-hour episode written all over it.
Oh man, Nick DeVito's saying let's do it. 4 hours.
I mean,
Let's
just this
go.
photo,
Oh, Nick. No.
just this photo of Kyle Reed's 2-wheel at the top, we could go on for a half an hour about.
But we won't, right?
If it would be a good picture, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
There's a big story here. We'll wait till the race though.
Oh, okay. Jason, were you cheating? Looking up this?
No.
Okay.
I remember
Yeah,
this
it's
part. Somebody
Oh.
throwing away. I remember this part in the magazine. Somebody throwing away their trophies, and George Gonzalez kind of took a picture of it. Had some disgust.
Oh, there's a. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that pic.
Oh, what actually he's saying is it's the amount of disgust people had for the race.
Ooh.
And
What?
Okay, yeah. So when we get there, I was at that race. I raced that race. So
Oh, is this the Nats?
the 92 Roar Nats at Norms.
Oh, Bloomsburg. PA.
Man, I missed that one.
God,
I mean, it's right down the road. What the
it's
hell?
right in
No,
your
no.
backyard.
Wrong Norm.
Oh,
Where was that at? Where's Norm's at, Jason?
It was Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, we'll get there when it's time.
Yep. Great photos right there. Look, one more time. Let's look at that top right 8 scale on the inside cover.
Go back. You gotta go
oh,
back.
go back. You mean?
Yeah. I was just making sure that wasn't Joel. That
God,
looks
he
like-
would have known.
That's Jack Johnson, I think.
Oh, really?
Could
Oh,
be.
yeah, it kind of does that paint. Yeah.
We'll see when we get there.
Cool.
Yeah.
TPS Fab finally made it to a live session. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, Earth.
On YouTube too.
Welcome, YouTubers.
Welcome to Earth. Welcome.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and press that or click that notification bell, not press it.
Killer Claude parts. I mean, hey, that's right up my alley.
Jason.
I
Yeah.
remember these ads all the time in car action.
Oh, just the aluminum parts, dude.
They were obviously selling the crap out of those Claude busters, man.
Lavco. Autographics, dude. Autographics was. Man.
All go and no show. Then you need autographics.
You had to have those for your
Auto-
cluster.
Autographics of California. Bakersfield. Yes. Custom Works.
Mark
Partners.
Pavidis is saying suspense is killing me the more you click and turn pages.
Well, you know what? There's a really cool picture of Mark's car in this issue.
Have you been
Jesus
researching this?
Jason.
And when I was in
No.
chat asking you when this was, like
I just
we spent like a
remember.
half hour trying to find this.
I
Jason's like,
just
I remember.
Okay. I'm like, Joel's got to be on the cover of this thing. What year am I supposed to be
I
in?
can see why it was hard to find. Like
God.
it's very stealthy.
Yeah.
Hey, go back to the left. The oh Jesus, there it is. That DMS. I want to see. Remember the shock? We call them shock condoms.
Yeah. right.
Dosick was one of the first guys to cut fingers off rubber gloves, put them over the Delta shocks. It's a cool look.
Wow.
Yeah, very clean. Dampener disc, Teflon dampener disc tape.
The wing.
The wing locks. Yeah, it was convenient. Quick disconnect, but they rattled. They weren't super secure. We didn't run them shits. Good idea though. Good rack decals, autographics. They did all the Waffle House and stuff.
Look at this.
Yeah. Jason's like, I know those guys.
Hot Shot Sales right down the road from me in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. And I believe somebody in this chat or in this chat ran for Hot Shot.
That guy right there.
Yeah. No, not me.
Got it. Oh,
That guy right there.
I
It's like
just
the
Yes.
Brady Bunch. Dun, 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 dun.
hey, 93 Pro Car World Champions. Rob Cutman.
That's right. We're on the map. The ad had a picture of the United States and said we are on the map, and it pointed right to 637 Catherine Street, Bloomsburg,
I
PA.
forgot that, dude. That's funny.
We'll come across that.
You know what's interesting is all the championships here are oval, but it says
Well, we were talking about this earlier. What's
We were talking about this
KS?
pre-show. We don't know what KS was, and we don't know what the Division 10 champs is. It's like
Well,
it's like
that's
football.
a regional. So that's a regional race.
Right. Okay.
But it's like
But it just sounds funny, Division 10.
bragging about a regional championship.
Well, that's
I guess
this is when Charlie was just starting this Hot Shot Sales, I believe. So
was on the come up.
we're gonna
Well,
take whatever we can get at the time.
I mean, the fact that he even had an ad in Car Action.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It was cool at the time because you're like, damn,
Yeah, how
I know the guy that owns that.
Yeah.
Charlie Shotwell. Yes.
Get a whole shot with Hot Shot.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Ooh.
saying is if in oval you can't really get a whole shot because you can't punch it off the line, right?
Carpet you could.
Okay.
Anything with rubber caps, you could not punch it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could still technically get a whole shot.
Okay.
Just get a better start than the others, you know.
Okay.
Shawwell used to like to put Trinity nuclear waste around the caps and then take off at Megatrack and leave a trail of it going all the way to turn 2.
Leave tracks.
Nuclear waste.
We're getting into the tech tips here from Mark Pavitas. He was curious.
Yeah.
He was curious about the body painting jig and the clearancing of the rear A-arms, I believe.
He was.
Yeah, he ran that fuel tubing up
On the trigger.
fuel tubing up the trigger on his
Pavitas did?
CS2P.
Yeah, he said yes.
Wow.
It's not.
XL2P.
That's not true.
He said it, yes.
Okay.
All right, don't ruin
How
my
about
fun here.
the body painting jig to paint body on the outside.
He had one of those too, I think.
True.
He's saying true. Pavitas is saying true. What is this motor identification? Oh, okay. All
Hey,
right.
here, buy a Sharpie. Here's your tech tip.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Here we go.
we got 2 servos on a Blackfoot on the readers or the whatever this thing's called.
Oh yeah, what is this here? More Blackfoot steering power.
They put two servos on it.
Easy enough, dude. Just slap it on there.
Jason's like, man, this is a great idea.
Why didn't I think of that? I drew all the tech tips.
Look at this guy put Chugu on his sidewalls.
So they don't chunk?
Yeah,
Hey, that's not going to save it.
no.
If you hit the pipe hard enough.
Done.
Here's another thing I think Mark ended up using was this the snow racing skis. He used those quite a bit.
Oh my god. This is great.
For wet track conditions.
He used those in Detroit on his best run.
Pushing like a sled.
It's under steering. I don't know why.
Here was an ugly car for sure. These world scale.
Oh, I remember them things.
I wonder if Mark got asked to go race that. They had a special like race at the ranch once.
MRC, yep. Desert King, Thunder King. Hey, who is the car action guy on the left there with the hair and the glasses?
Chris Cianelli.
Cianelli. Okay. Yep. Couldn't remember the name.
Guy was awesome. Yeah, he did great with this magazine. And this Point Blank ad, this would be something Gotti should talk about. This would be a Trinity off.
Kirby too.
A brand of Trinity here.
Like, there it is. Neisinger quits Associated to head up Point Blank.
Look at that.
It was a cool campaign when they came out with it. Like when they broke the whole Point Blank. That's pretty cool. Some of the ads were pretty cool.
The label was cool for the
But
battery.
it really didn't.
Stay tuned to channel S for details.
Yeah, but I don't know what S is either.
Remember that?
Oh, I don't remember that. That's man. If only we could have asked Tony P that, because that was definitely his move there.
This is great. John Bolton saying he used to send in pics of his biggest piece of shit RC cars that would come into the store under readers' rides and put my buddy's name as the owner.
You know, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Dude, that is so good, man. Never thought of that.
That's pretty funny.
I could have put Kirby hand.
That was trolling before trolling.
It is.
Yeah, it's a funny idea.
Yeah. What's this laser set to kill? Our mole and kill show works. Codename has informed us that there's several changes. All right, to the laser.
Looks like a little conversion for the laser.
Laser.
All right, page 10.
Shock oil, Novak, Speedo.
That's that same gas truck from the cover right there.
Good
It is?
point, good catch there, number 5, yep. Duratrax.
You know, that was a right here actually in the article. This is a friend of mine, Ruffy Rios, worked for Composite Craft at that time, and this was a project that he worked on. Was this conversion to convert several of the gas trucks several of the stadium trucks into gas trucks.
Yes.
So they made these conversions, and then it looks like maybe even Duratrax picked it up as a product to start selling at the time. So this was before you could get an RC10 GT. Like the RC10 GT hadn't came out yet. Gas truck was getting bigger, and they were on it with a little conversion there. And I seen a bunch of those things out at the track, and I mean, honestly, it sucked.
Look at it. This was probably, I don't know. I probably would have seen this and been like, whoa, like a race effort.
Yeah. Well, you can see here they actually I don't know how soon they started that TRF, which was Tamiya Race Factory, but this is kind of a
stealth ripoff, like kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like
double decker, big front shocks.
Yeah, like there was a lot of cars during that time period that were ripping off the stealth car.
They're like, this is the ticket.
And Associated never came out with the stealth car. You had the vehicle that was on the cover a couple episodes back, the Kyosho Triumph.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a stealth car ripoff. This was a stealth car ripoff.
Everybody made that design except Associated.
Yeah, everyone sold a similar layout, I guess.
Right.
But it's kind of funny that how that worked. But
they're like, well, if you're not going to do it, we are.
I didn't know how far back this TRF, I don't know what you call it, moniker or acronym, went back, but that's kind of cool to see.
Absolutely. To be a mountaineer, no.
I mean,
got Jason written all over it.
No doubt.
Well, the original was called the
Bruiser.
The Bruiser, and I always thought the name of the vehicle was Hog Heaven because it said on the sticker on the side that was on the cab or the side of the door, it said Hog Heaven. So, like, I remember when going with my dad around and said, hey, I want one of those Hog Heavens, and
like
people would just be like, "What are you talking about?" And I wanted a Hog Heaven, and I didn't know forever what the actual name of the vehicle was. I just thought it was Hog Heaven. But so apparently at this point they made a different version called the Mountaineer. I mean, these were really cool trucks for what they were. I mean, this was scale trucks before scale trucks was a thing.
Look at the battery connector just hanging out the side of it.
And, I built one of those when I was a kid. I eventually bought one out of a magazine article.
The Bruiser or this one?
The Bruiser. And
wow. So it was how was the transmission to build? Because apparently it was a real pain.
Well,
this new one comes assembled.
The one I got came assembled, and it was a Bruiser, and I think they were all assembled. And it was it did look like a piece of crap, but it worked good. It was massive. That transmission and motor assembly in the Bruiser was absolutely massive because it had 3 gears, I guess. It had 2-wheel drive low. I'm sorry, 4-wheel drive low, 2-wheel drive high, and it had reverse. and a servo actually changed the gears in the transmission,
That's
and
pretty crazy.
it was badass.
That's pretty advanced. Like,
Yeah, it was really a cool truck. And the one thing I didn't like about it is because in four-wheel drive it was a lot more capable, but it was so slow. And
it's for towing, man.
Yeah.
For that
My
towing
God.
Tow
capacity.
package.
it was so slow in four-wheel drive, and you'd put it in two-wheel drive and it was much quicker, but the thing was like a sled, like it was so heavy. But
You know, I never had any of the Tamiya. I've never owned a Tamiya vehicle. My favorite one was the Lunchbox was my favorite one. I think that one looks sick.
yeah, I had a lunchbox. I mean, actually, I had a Midnight Pumpkin and got a lunchbox body.
Okay.
But it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was a very good vehicle for an entry level car.
Yeah. I had two buddies in town. One had a Lunchbox. One had a Midnight Pumpkin.
I think that if it hadn't been for the Midnight Pumpkin, I never would have got hooked on RC because all my other experiences with vehicles were so bad to that point. Like because I had a Wild Willie that just I built with my dad, and it just kind of sucked. Like it wasn't so much that the truck was bad; it was just that it was kind of like a little over our head at the time,
Right.
and
Like, oh man.
and it was just frustrating because I didn't know what I was doing, and my dad was just like he
What did I
wasn't
get myself into.
well, he wasn't a small parts kind of person, you know. It's
Right.
like,
He's used to working on big old machinery.
yeah, to him he was just like, you know, this toy, right? But yeah, you know,
Jesus.
so it wasn't a good experience there. And then
You can't put that in a magazine these days.
I had a Kyosho, Big Brute. That thing was a bucket.
Dude, what is this?
That thing's sick.
So anyway,
Go ahead, Jason. Keep talking. We're just browsing.
I was just saying that if it wasn't for the Midnight Pumpkin and the Lunchbox, I wouldn't have got so addicted to RC, because once I found those vehicles, they were so good, and they didn't have any issues. Like you could just drive it and drive it and drive it. It was fantastic, and that's the vehicle that did it.
Mm-mm. Hey, go back the other way a couple pages.
Look at this thing.
Jesus God. That Trinity motor ad on the left-hand side. One more. There it is. So remember when I was bringing up this?
Great look.
Oh, it was Kevin. I said Tony. I had the wrong name. Yes, that was the purple can and that label. That looked good, man. That was a cool looking motor.
Yeah, that's I like it too. That's a good looking motor, and you know, it just definitely just says Trinity without even saying Trinity. Like,
yes, very bold and bright and kind of unforgettable look.
It's funny that if what I'm looking at here now, that stands out to me. Besides
17 triple.
Yeah, they gave Joel the slowest motor.
Yeah, what? That had to be for 12 scale.
And you know damn well he was running the Nuclear Meltdown.
Why would they do Joel dirty like that?
A 16 quint. Who is running a 16 quint?
Well,
what in God's name?
Well, and think about this too. Look at this. What's standing out to me right now, and I'm calling BS on all of this. That
Jason, the anti-Trinity.
All these names, it says trademarked after.
Trademarked, and yeah.
I mean, you can't trademark Armageddon, and you can't trademark the Classic.
The hell we can't.
Have you ever met Ernie?
This is completely fabricated.
This is what we wanted to do.
Hey,
this is completely fabricated, and then you get down to Joel Magic Johnson, registered trademark.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, maybe they had a trademark on Joel's name, which would have been smart, but it should belong to Joel. I mean,
People probably saw those
this isn't the
trademarks and were like,
this isn't the WWF here.
they probably saw those trademarks and were like, oh, these guys are for real.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what happened is they were just like all the trademarks, and then they're like, they got to Joel's name, and they're like, well, let's just put registered.
Just put that in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah. Circle R, registered trademark.
Yeah, I don't get that though.
13 single. Nobody's running 13 single. 15 quad. Nobody's running 15 quad or 16 quint. Man, that's wild. Okay. I just want to go back and look at that
Yeah,
classic.
you go to register a trademark. I'd like to register Nuclear Meltdown.
The classic. Oh, sorry, that's taken.
Sir, and then the next one, Kevin.
Trademark.
Let's go ahead and trademark. Let's trademark Kevin too.
Did Trinity have a motor guy back in the day by the name of Kevin?
Kevin Maurer.
Okay.
Yep.
He is in this issue.
That was way back in the day.
He's like there's an awesome picture of him somewhere holding Kyle Reed's car with the bump box. He's got a bump box.
Mm.
Kyle Reed's car, and it just looks so pro, man.
Yeah. Factory.
Having a motor guy, he had a motor guy. He set the car out with a bump box. I mean, forget it.
Yeah.
You're like, I ain't keeping up with this guy.
All right, got it. You can move on. That's a cool NSX though.
I love the look of that motor though. Oh, you know what? Go to the top. This is good.
The bag.
The dirt bags. You guys remember this?
Yeah, I brought this up in one episode. I'm like, hey, remember those dirt bags? They're really cool, and they didn't last long.
I had that exact one, purple and purple and gray. I loved it. It worked really well. Where to see? Diamond Avenue, Belleville.
20 and a half Diamond Avenue.
200 and a half.
I'm sorry, 200 and a half.
That's even better yet.
The only thing I didn't like about it at the time.
What?
The only thing I didn't like about it at the time is I guess maybe they knew each other or something, but Dirtbags, like they sponsored like all the Losi guys.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the tire treads on the end, it's a Losi X pattern is the tire tread on the end of the bag. And that always kind of bothered me because being in Florida, I never ran X pattern tires. So I was like,
I hate this bag.
Yeah. But no, it worked great.
It drove Jason to start a tire company.
Look at the little dirt bags over here, Sam.
I think those are for batteries, and they got a little car
batteries and like a tool bag. It says battery bags, impact bags, not
bags.
lipo safe.
The lipo bag, not lipo safe.
Look at that Clodbuster.
Oh man, I'm never gonna get through this episode. Where's this at?
No, I know. It's
RC10 body.
It's a Clodbuster with a Cliff-Let paint job. Or is that a Mark Pavitas paint job?
Oh,
where's Mark at?
I mean, that's Cliff-Let.
Well,
minus the Muco.
It's a Cliff style.
It's that scheme.
Job.
It's that scheme. Let's go check out that Philly Flamer.
Okay.
I don't like Philadelphia.
Oh, stop.
Who does?
Look at this, Petty Pair. Wow.
Let's see.
What is this about anyway? Oh, look at this. Gene Watts of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Gene added a Team Losi Junior's Choice motor to ensure an awesome truck action. Should have added that Joel Johnson 17.
Triple.
I do like that truck though now with all the yellow wheels and he dyed all the parts yellow.
Front end yellow. Yeah.
Kind of. I think
he did it well. Yeah.
A fitting reader's ride.
Definitely a Philly Flamer.
And
Santos is like, I remember that. I used to race with that guy.
Look at how look how big that Tekin is.
that thing is large.
What's good about it is you can use it as a car stand too.
I think it says it in here too. Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I've never used a Tekin speed control, but
Really?
I've never used one.
Wow.
And I know Paul, who obviously I raced with a lot. He ran them occasionally, and the one with the keypad, that thing was so cool.
410K.
That was probably the only one that I really wanted to use.
That was awesome, dude. We ran those for a few years. David Timmerman was very high on the 410K. He ran that. You could actually set on the 410K, like set your what output and for how many seconds and shit. Like, yeah.
I mean, it was
Dosic,
really cool.
Yeah, Dosic
Oh, to kick in at a certain time.
Yes, and
Nice.
Dosic had he had. Can you hear that coming through or no?
No.
Okay, never mind. Dosic had his because the whole thing was gold aluminum casing, and he had the aluminum case like CNC'd out. It was sick.
Well, what's next? The
Jason's like, here we are, baby.
So this is the Reader's Ride of the Ear, not the year, just the ear. See it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But how's a Reader's Ride have plastic shocks? What the hell? Man.
It did take.
Honestly, this thing just kind of says it all. I mean, I don't have a whole lot more to add here.
Jason doesn't want to be here all night, but go ahead.
Yeah, 6x6, a 6x6 semi wrecker with
it sounds like it's a power line.
12 shocks and a bunch of lights, single front tire, clogged front tires, and dually rears, very rare. I mean, it is a great build. It's just, I mean, I couldn't imagine getting that thing on the driveway. Whew, big crushing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a line truck.
Drill holes in the ground.
Oh, I thought it was a wrecker. Sorry. Yeah, so it was a drilling holes.
South Carolina.
Yeah, those are the dually rear tires. Sassy chassis.
Sassy chassis.
You know, I was told kind of you don't have to really go. You don't really have to go back, but
that's it.
You don't have to go back, but you know, I was told the guy that the former owner of Proline, Todd Matson, said that when he looked at car action, what he would look at is he said he liked looking at the Reader's Rides and the what was the section we were just doing? The
pit tips.
Reader's Rides, right?
Oh yeah.
Reader's Rides. So he said because he liked to see their product on Reader's Rides, right? Like it kind of, you know, to them, it kind of signified that people were buying it in the market, which I thought it was kind of cool that he said that.
Here we are. TRX1 and the Blue Eagle LS, baby.
Yeah, that was what, you know, when we had little John Walters in here the other night.
That was crazy.
This is the truck that he ran, him and the Traxxas team, and that's the buggy they started with too. I mean, later they modified them a bunch. They put stealth transmissions and RCPS bodies, and you know they modified them quite a bit later, but associated shocks, I think. But
that cockpit was definitely what's the word? Unique, unmistakable.
Yeah. What people around us used to say is they said it looked like somebody heated up a piece of Lexan and hit it with a shovel. The back of a shovel.
Kind of looks like almost like a Batmobile cockpit.
And that's probably one of the better photos you'll see of it right there. It actually looks
This thing looks fast as shit, man. Look at
it
that
looks
thing.
pretty decent.
Look at those little side dams on that wing. Jeez.
Oh yeah. The team to watch. Look at that.
John Bolton, he says the only thing that Reader's Ride needs is a set of RPM nuts. You guys remember the Dirty Danglers?
Found a new name for our group chat. The Dirty Danglers.
So they made a product called the Dirty Danglers.
How long ago was this?
It was I think it was in the mid to late 90s. So
Oh,
it's-
really?
they didn't have it yet, but
RPM's the best. Dirty Danglers. That's got to be in Car Action advertised somewhere. I'll find it.
I mean Trinity would have had that trademarked for sure.
Dirty Danglers.
They're like, what did we think of this trademark?
Oh man.
What
I don't know
tracks
what
is
this
going on here?
I know. Look at this.
Oh,
That's
too?
the first truck, the Hawk 2.
The Hawk 2 was the first.
Well,
They had a sledgehammer that was a monster.
it's a long story, but this one was the
Yeah, we
Hawk.
don't-
The Hawk 2 was before the one that we just saw in the ad.
Well, the Hawk 2 and then the Blue Eagle and the Blue Eagle LS.
Got
I
ya.
believe so. Yep.
Blue Eagle was my first real vehicle.
Oh man, we have a link here we could check out later. Look at that. Dirty Danglers RPM.
I told you.
John Lee. I think right on cue. I think RPM still sells them. That's fun.
Little did we know it's the most popular item in the chat.
Dude. I should title this episode Dirty Danglers.
There you go.
That is awesome.
We should make that a thing, like at some of our upcoming races. To
Next week.
Come hang out with the Dirty Danglers at the Mugen Challenge.
There they are.
Will saying Trinity had more trademarks on stuff than Traxxas.
the only difference is Traxxas's were real.
Hey. Hey. That's fake news.
What's going on up here?
Let's not forget. Hey, let's not forget a trademarked motor, Kevin.
Yeah.
Or, well, I thought it was Tony.
Tony. There's a Doogie Howell right there. He was one of the writers, John Howell.
I remember that name.
I
Yeah.
met him several times. He was always awesome. He did a great job in these days doing this magazine. I met him at the Cactus Classic, I think, in 1995. Yeah, so he was one of the, and he's there with Cianelli there in the background. So yeah, they're doing their shootouts here between two different Traxxas trucks.
Look at this car back here. The heck? What's going on there?
Jason
All
Santos will tell us what that is.
Ballistic batteries.
Here's that damn monster car.
Monster card. Jason, you need to get one.
Yeah.
Sarasota, Florida, man.
Yo, bring that for next week. And hey,
Car has 16 megafets.
you better bring that Seiko stopwatch.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
Yeah, don't forget it though. For
Oh,
LCRC.
that's the challenge. I'll bring it to the Worlds.
We need
No, bring it to Mugen.
I don't want to get it all dusty out
Seiko.
there.
Yeah, bring it. I don't want to get this thing that I never use all dusty.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Bring that. We need 2 Igloo WWE belt coolers.
Mhm.
I mean, this list is getting long. 91 Thunderdome.
Look at all these oval wins.
Yeah. Panasonic 1700 SCR. Yes, sir.
Oh, here we go. Iron
What's his
Man.
name? Patrick Kibben from Ballistic Batteries, I think.
Yeah, I've seen him. I see him occasionally.
Really?
Yeah,
I remember
He'll
him
just-
from back in the day.
he'll just come out and be at a race in like
Oh,
Arizona
shit.
or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe that's where I saw him.
Will Britton saying Trinity probably tried to trademark Louie Louie and sued the band that did that song.
Probably.
I'd like it. Will Britton saying, speaking of Volvo, I just finished my new late model.
Oh, he's stepping it up.
What brand? What manufacturer?
Yeah, we got to figure out what he got.
Yeah, that Iron Man truck is sick. That should have been the ride of the year. I think you screwed up, Car Action. Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty cool that they got Ivan in there.
Hey, absolutely. Team Velocity. I don't know who that is, Britain.
I think it's cool, man.
Yep. Look at that parts list. Good load.
There was a guy
Lightspeed. I remember
when I first started racing.
Yeah. Texas.
When I first started racing, there was a guy they called the Iron Man, and it was so cool. He raced stadium truck. He kind of had an Iron Man type paint job. Pretty cool.
So.
It was a good moment of time.
You know, Lightspeed was pretty. I believe they were from Texas, but R&D Hobbies carried a lot of Lightspeed products. Like there was a lot of guys in our area that ran Lightspeed. Brian Regal ran for Lightspeed. Yeah, that guy made. I think his name was Mark. He made good stuff.
Spokane, Washington, Lightspeed.
Okay, then. I knew it was Washington. God,
You knew it was one of the states.
Why did I think it was Texas? Shit. All right then. Way off. Cool. Oh boy. Rough. Philadelphia PA.
Yeah, I want to read.
Philly Flamer.
Yeah.
Troubleshooting. Oh, God.
Yeah.
The Magic Man. The world's top racers fall under a magic
Ooh.
spell. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, look at you got a picture of Tate there putting down probably Dosik's car. Tate from Cam.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's very cool. That was the same driver stand that was there when I used to race there.
No shit. That's pretty cool. Look at
The
that iconic paint, dude.
The guy that it says wrote the article, Mike Ogle, he actually used to work for Associated for several years. Really good guy. He did a lot of good graphic work. A lot of ads for Associated in the late 90s, early 2000s. Cool guy. Really cool guy.
Probably worked his whole shift.
Maybe.
Zing.
Da-da-da.
It's got the Mickey Mouse hat on. Come on.
I wonder what that was. I wonder what that was all about.
Come
Yeah,
on.
especially for the Worlds.
Joel's like,
Oh, you know what? I'm going to Disney.
I'm gonna beat all these guys with a freaking Mickey hat on.
I bet he put it on just for that after he won. And I'm going to Disney World.
Could be.
Yeah. We'll have to ask him when he's on the show.
I mean, there's not much design behind it, but that Trinity shirt is iconic, like just with the repeating logo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It is.
Or for the off-road team, it was Trinity Losi. It was cool.
Yeah. They were really cool.
John Thawley of Roar and Pro Car fame.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this guy. This guy came out and he wanted to be Cliff's pit man and for the weekend, and they made it all happen.
Dream Makers, a non-profit organization.
I mean, yeah, that's really cool that they made that happen.
What the hell?
I think they're just showing the
Look at that concourse, bro. I bet he won concourse, bro.
Yeah. Look at it.
I think what they're just showing off here is a lot of people
showing up to the Worlds. So.
Yeah, how many different countries were represented? And
Look at Dieter.
Dieter, there he is. Dieter works.
Jim Dieter inspects the latest Trinity prototype.
wasn't the deal here that basically Jim built and set up this whole car? And I mean, I don't know that Joel even saw it, right?
Right, until the day of the race.
Until the race.
Top secret.
He was on the podcast talking about this, where he was like, "You expect me to race a car I never saw before?" It's like,
and you know, the other thing to this is, my guess is that up until this point, for the most part, Joel really ran Associated cars. You know, he wasn't necessarily.
There was no Allegiance. Yeah, there was no Trinity chassis.
Yeah, there was no Trinity chassis. I think he just kind of selected to use the Associated cars.
Yep.
I would imagine he got it all from Associated. No cost.
He had to buy them from Stormer Hobbies.
Yeah, he got them from Tower.
Tower.
Hey, got go to the left there. This was the debut of that new Associated front end.
Yeah, the dynamic strut front end.
Bro, that thing was sick when it came out, though, man.
Yeah, it looks so nice.
Yeah, and man, it's still like just better variations of it now. You know, billet aluminum and carbon fiber and shit. But yeah, that was to go from what it was to that was like, holy shit! This is like NASA. That was very cool.
Yeah, you know, I think I ran this front end a bunch. I know Paul Wynn. You know, we used to, I'm sure you did at one point, Kirby, did you put the tube between the two?
This for the stiffener.
Yeah, you take a nose brace tube from an RC10 and you would trim it just so it fit between the two suspension pieces. And it looked factory. You'd roll a stick, then you roll a decal around it.
Then there was also companies that made like the pins that came out of like the caster blocks per se on there. They made like longer ones, and then you could put a carbon fiber piece that connected between the two pins there. Yeah. There's many different options you could do. That Lavco shirt.
Yeah, that was the CS2P radio right there, the left-handed.
Backwards, yeah.
Yep, he's got the left-handed version. But yeah, look at that T-shirt was amazing. I always wanted one of those shirts, but I could never figure out how to get one.
Had to get sponsored.
eBay, man. Get on there.
Yeah, maybe you could get one now. There's Curtis. He was on the show. He was probably our last official RC guest on the show in the recent era. We had him on, what was about a year or two ago.
Man, it's been that long since we had a guest. Jeez.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, he's setting down a car. I think that was the Jaguar body, I believe.
You sure Curtis was on the show?
He was.
Oh. All right. I know Sean was.
I actually made up questions for Curtis too, and to look at, to kind of give him a time, you know, an idea.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Kind of an idea of what we were going to do.
Mike Woods, not to be confused with our roommate, Mike Wood.
Woody.
The aftermarket adjustable screw to adjust camber. Aftermarket adjustable screw to adjust camber. Oh, you're talking about the Associated. No, not camber. Caster, you mean. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. John Thawley kept the crowd entertained.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great announcer. Everybody always told me that. I don't think I ever actually ran in a race that he was the announcer at, but he was good from what I understand.
Oh, here we go. Tyree was TQ that race. I'd like to ask Joel about that.
I think Joel TQ'd.
I think I will go up against you for $5, sir.
Ooh.
Really?
You could pay that at the Mugen
Just
Challenge.
put that in my WWE fanny pack
Oh, you know
belt.
what?
Cooler.
You know what?
Nope.
Mike Blackstock TQ.
Like I said. Are you sure? I thought it was Tyree Phillips. But anyways, it's funny that they don't put that because they usually have start position and then
Well,
finishing position.
Go back to the grid on the
grid.
The initial.
We're good. Got it. We're good.
No, the initial page. Right here. Then
Right
go
here.
zoom up
The cam shot there.
See that's Blackstock, car number 1.
With the black and pink.
Yeah. And then Joel's 2.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dosick would be 4. I'm guessing.
I don't know who the
yellow body is.
Oh, that's Tyree probably, right?
Is that Tyree?
That could be.
Can't see any Novak decals there.
So do you owe Jason $5 now? I forget how that works.
He didn't know. He still owes me $5. Let's be honest.
That's true.
There we go. Okay, we got. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, it was Ralph Birch with the cam motor. That's who that was. It was not Dosick. I just assumed Dosick. Cam.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where am I at? Oh.
That's all right. You'll be doing this time. Hyperdrive prototype. Huh, a lot of 10Ls in there. Boy.
So interestingly enough, the race they just had, the Legends race. So if you look at the results here of the top 10 where you were looking.
What are you doing?
I can turn the page. Look at that. It's like a magazine. Look at that.
I know. I'm waiting for you to zoom into the damn results again.
I love this. It's like so therapeutic. Shh. That's from Car Action Boost, by the way.
I think Gotti's getting paid by these fucking guys.
So of the,
just trying to get him one more subscriber.
So that Legends race they just had. So obviously we saw Joel. He was there. Then Tony Neisinger. He was there.
Bobby Horan. Look at that.
Ralph Birch. He was there. And Ron Scher. He was in that race. And Barry Baker was supposed to be there, but he had another commitment. But so what do we have here? 1, 2.
You didn't mess up one of what's his name's pit stops.
So of the 4, there's 4 out of this race that were just at that Legends event last weekend. Kind of cool.
Bobby Horan, Florida native, correct?
Yep. Yeah, Bobby, he raced with us a lot.
Look at all the max cells in there, dude. God dang.
Yeah, because this is where all the cheater battery stuff was happening. And
Arlington.
So all that was, I believe Max Cell was one that Paul got a hold of. That was one of the cheater ones. And that's what he ran in his C main, I think. Paul was in the C main.
Joel with the only Turbo 30 charger.
Him and Kinwald, and Paul had the cheater battery, and that's where he found out going through tech because somebody let him borrow it, and how much heavier his car was with the cheater batteries.
Jesus.
So Paul cheated.
No, he got one for the C main to try.
Well,
to try.
He didn't get one in qualifying.
He cheated.
Still ran it.
All these guys right here. If you look at the results, we can go back.
All right, don't yell at me when it's like 11 o'clock at night.
I won't be here.
Joel had the cheaters. Tyree
allegedly. Basically, everybody in the freaking A main probably.
Well, I'm sorry to say, yeah, everybody in this main, I think, did.
Wait, why? Why is Jay Halsey running Trinity? Let's break this down.
Because at the time
he was
a low
C guy. Yes. The just seeing the associated chassis really threw me for a loop.
Yeah, it is kind of strange.
Chitaba? Oh, that was Birch. Okay. Yeah. I can't believe that is it. That's
Oh!
the coverage. Oh,
I had no idea this was in here.
bonus.
Tommy Intruder.
Bonus. Let's
Backdoor
go.
man. Are you a backdoor man? Well, then you need the Tommy
What?
Intruder.
It's,
Damn.
you can't print that. You can't print that.
You can't print that car action. Come on.
Damn, dude. Wait, that wasn't the name of the Tommy that was at the World.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it,
Intruder.
Jason?
It
What's
was a
that?
different name, wasn't it? The
You're saying
Tommy,
At
Intruder?
the Worlds.
the last episode I was on last Friday, there was a Tommy 4-wheel drive car that at the Worlds or something. Yeah, it was the Worlds.
Yeah,
But it wasn't Intruder, was it?
I thought it was.
I thought it was a different name.
Yeah.
How ironic that it's Intruder and Backdoor
Crazy.
Man.
Maybe
Wow.
that's where that might be where they were going with that.
All these innuendos. There's one on eBay right now, Gotti. Hop to it.
I'm Lee saying, how much is it?
It's like 1,300.
Oh, God.
Jason, win that for Gotti.
Do it, Jason. My birthday's coming up.
Hey, do it.
Do it.
Dude, how awesome would it be to have one here for the show? Here it is, the Intruder.
That would be neato.
Dude, it had the Novak decal on there. Oops.
Let's look at that. Let's look at that
Jesus.
car in the page before.
It's from Hong Kong. God dang.
Team Turbo. What's that say right there? Tommy
There.
Racing.
It just says
Oh,
Team Tommy Racing.
Tell you
Damn.
what. If Jason had that in 96,
Would have put that double X on the shelf.
yeah. Team
scrap
Tommy.
it. Scrap it.
All right, where did you want me to go, Jason?
Back one page. That 2-wheel buggy in the right corner.
Upper right.
I was just wondering if that was somebody a good.
Jason's like, I know
Well,
that
I mean-
guy's car.
Is,
Yeah.
Does
No,
that appear to be good?
yeah, it doesn't stand out to me.
No.
That is a junior
wait.
junior
Oh
2
my-
or
JRX
JRX. SE.
Look at this
No,
over
it's
here.
not an SE.
Pro.
Race prep.
It's probably Mike Dunn's car.
Wait a minute.
Woo!
John Lee says the current bid for that is 200, but what's the reserve? I'm sure he has a reserve on that.
That's how you drill your chassis right there, guys.
That's how you speed holes. Speed holes, baby.
Wow. This is a work of art.
Hey, it was the Adonis.
Oh, the Adonis.
It was the Adonis.
Wasn't it called the Adonis Intruder, though, or something? I don't know. John Lee would tell
The
us.
Tommy Adonis.
Adonis sounds
when
badass.
you just said a work of art, I just thought of that name, Adonis,
Damn.
because I thought Adrian Adonis, the WWE wrestler.
Yeah. So they have a Trinity Championship Series 12 turn quad in this thing.
Jesus, that thing is gonna win. You're winning.
Trademark.
Trademark.
Jason definitely would have beat Kenwald with this.
So it says here the Intruder's layout is similar to those of the Yokomo Works and the Kyosho Laser ZXR. It uses 2 drive belts, twin ball discs, and saddle pack batteries.
Everything was a copy of everything until that double X4 came out.
The Intruder has a fully independent front suspension with large aluminum.
Independent, you say?
Yeah.
Jason's like,
Cameron
I
Jones.
could have made a wing for that front nose. You see?
Dude, look at this. Tommy. How awesome would their shirt be? You know how the Trinity Tommy.
Has done it again.
Could have been a factory team. Ooh. Silk cut.
HPI 10L.
It's a good looking body. That is a sick looking body. I mean, it's solo, it's a monocolor, but look at that silhouette. That thing is sexy.
It is.
God damn. HPI, look at that body.
Really cool.
That shit's sick.
Jaguar.
Mike Blackstock used this chassis combined with a beam type front end to take the top qualifier spot at the first ever 10 scale on road world. So there's your answer. Who TQ'd?
I
Right.
wonder what was different about that chassis. There had to be like a layout different, like cells positioned differently or something, you know. There had to be something different.
It's a cool looking chassis.
Maybe, yeah, it was the woven, you know. I mean, it appears that way. And the old front end, Blackstock didn't get one. They didn't hook them up.
I'm pretty sure I was told that most of the Associated guys didn't run that new front end at the Worlds because it was so new.
It was so new. Yeah, probably didn't have any time on it.
Yeah.
Remember those pod plates with the kick up?
Yeah, I thought it looked so dumb.
Like, do you think that's doing it? The only thing that's doing is saving your spur gear. That's it.
Which, there's definitely many times where I could have used one of those at the start of a race. That's for sure. I remember Bobby Horan drove right in the back of me once on the start of a main and just stripped my spur gear on the first turn.
Done. Now I got to rebuild
Nice.
the diff.
Good job, Bobby.
Hey, look at here's Paul with the cheater cells.
Paul Cheater Sales win says the HPI hubs were super dialed.
They were the color and everything.
It's kind of like a gray.
Yeah, it was really nice.
True Turn made cool stuff too. That was a brand that didn't last very long. It was called True Turn.
Oh,
they made hubs and others. They made stuff for custom works cars and stuff.
Soldering irons.
Sick. Oh my God, you guys got that 1-up soldering iron? Custom Works. There it is. Look at the Enforcer, bro.
Get that catalog for $2.
OG Enforcer with a stacked battery pack.
Ooh. Get that Associated catalog. How much they charge for theirs?
A&L.
where are you seeing the price?
Well, it was on the
it's on some of the other ones.
Yeah, the other one said it had a price.
Custom Works?
Yeah, Custom Works. They're charging $2.
Hey,
send $2.
This ain't free, baby.
Cheetah Racing, $2.
Bud's Racing Products.
Bud's was $2.
Dan's.
Yeah. Get that
What is
banana lube.
Dan's RC stuff. I wonder what Dan's last name was. Maybe Paul knows.
Paul?
Dan?
Lee Setzer saying, just putting it out there. I wasn't even born yet during this.
Damn. That's crazy.
Not even close.
Jesus.
I mean, this was his
93? Yeah.
Yep.
He was negative like 7 or I forget. I think his birthday is 99 or 2000.
That's insane.
Wow, MIP's charging $1 for theirs. McAllister, $2.
McAllister, dude.
Oh, there it is.
Masters of RC cards.
Sick.
And Joel on the cover with Masami and Cliff.
So, what is this? RC Masters Auto Racing Catalog. You'll find descriptions and pictures of the collectible full color card set. $2.
Gotti, call that number right now. I wish I knew what happened to my set of cards.
Yeah.
So for Christmas one year, I got a set of cards and my brother got a set of cards. And then we decided to
5. Trinity coming in with the $5. $5 for their catalog.
Tell you what, they were way ahead of the game. Well,
sorry to interrupt. Kirby, go ahead.
What it was they had so much invested in all those trademarks that they had to bump up the price on a couple things.
Everyone is $2.
Oh, there it is. Dan Moynihan. Yeah, that was
I would have not been able to.
I remember that. I would have never been able to pull that though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Paragon $2, Proline $2.
Protoform, let's go.
Everybody's $2.
Look
Trinity.
at that old
$5.
Protoform ad, dude. That thing's old. That was pre-Proline right there.
Looks like the menu at my local pizza joint.
That is like their catalog right there. You're looking at it.
Yeah, it's just that.
That's
You
their
get a piece
list of
of
bodies. Dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Look at Niagara Falls, New York. You know?
Oh, they do have chicken wings. There you go. Wings.
Chicken wing, chicken wing.
Chicken wings.
Oh, so there's True Turn. Speaking of the devil.
There you go.
Where were they out of? Cali? Yeah, Riverside, Cali. Yep. They made some good stuff. So we had the 2 sets of cards between me and my brother, and we decided, hey, we'll keep one, and then the other one we'll take to races and get people to sign these cards. So I'm sure I have at least like $6 of autographs somewhere.
That'd be cool. You better find them.
Stadium Blitzer.
Tamaya Stadium Blitzer on the next page.
Yeah. Wasn't much of a truck, really.
Trash.
Trash.
So I will.
Look at that thing.
Tommy. Tommy TXR.
That's
002.
straight out of RoboCop, baby. That is
Dude,
straight out
look
of
at
RoboCop.
that. That is amazing. This is
4-channel
a fully,
RC robot.
Yeah, 20 scale ultimate RC robot.
I wonder how much that thing was, dude.
There's no price down here anymore.
Oh, we're looking on eBay for this. Hold up, I need to.
2 new arms will arrive soon. 2 new arms will arrive soon for the robot: a shot cannon and a battle punch.
Damn, that's serious stuff. TXR
Let's send them a fax.
002. Let's send out. Yeah,
Is this still available? Oh, there's a True Turn ad for you, Kirby.
yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Hubs.
What's it say
Yes.
here? Now winning with True Turn at the Roar Dirt Over Nationals.
Stevens and Son. There it is. Don Vitale. So the very bottom one is Don Vitale. He won. That was the 1992 Roar Dirt Oval Nationals in Georgia. That he won stock. Yeah, that's sick.
Wow.
I'm sure I knew that was a thing, but I didn't see that in 30 years.
What's really amazing throughout this issue is how important the racing and the results were in all these ads. Like they're all over the place.
It meant something. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it did.
True Turn saying, see us at the Chicago Model Hobby Show, booth number 2315. So when you're at the hobby show, head on over.
Yeah. Boca Bearings. I remember them. I think I had a 50 off deal from those guys. There's
Pavitas'
truck.
Oh, Mark's car from Detroit right there.
Yeah.
Saskatoon. Who would have thought that was from Saskatoon, Canada?
Mark said that was one of his biggest sponsors back then.
Wow.
No
Look at
doubt.
this. Grasshopper with the sled on it.
He had a lot of fun up in Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon.
Dude, I'm just really impressed with that robot that Tommy makes.
That's
So
dope.
awesome.
Oh, that's a great picture right there. To the right. Not we'll get it.
Oh, there's
Like
a
the
don't,
batteries.
don't even show it yet.
TRX. There's a somebody makes a TRX body right there. TRX 1. That's a good look. Is that A&L? You scroll up. Doms. Dams. Doms.
God damn.
Yeah, that was a good look. That was a better TRX1 body than their stock one,
Really? What was the difference here? Looks.
Well, it's squared off. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's trademarked torpedo.
It's not
Yeah.
a cab forward design or anything, but
See that? They trademarked the word torpedo.
stock wing and parachutes. The Screamer.
Look at on the truck body, they're able to trademark XL.
Huh?
Yeah, if you go up here, the truck body, Commando.
Oh, Commando XL.
Oh man,
Trademarked.
They're trademarking sizes.
Bugsy. Never thought of that.
Trademarked. Norca approved.
Jesus.
Oh man, Norca.
All right, so then they had an insert to the car action called Racer News. Remember that?
Yeah, this
do
was great.
remember
I
that.
love this section.
Yeah.
My guys
And-
are getting destroyed.
That's your guy. That's Joel's stadium truck.
Oh, damn.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is
That's
amazing.
I would love a full view of that.
Remember the other day when I told you I beat Joel? This is the race.
Yeah, right.
No way. Use cheater batteries.
I guarantee you I didn't
Look
have
at-
any battery.
Dude, so yellow in his paint scheme
Yeah, that's
mean,
what threw me
it
off. I
was-
was like,
had to only be that truck. That's sick. Imagine having that body like, hey.
Look at that transponder.
I was
Look
just going to say, is that his transponder all the way up
at,
front?
look
Sure
at how
is.
far forward he's got that thing.
It's like when guys ran lead weight in their bulkheads, bro.
dude,
I did that.
that's the best photo ever.
So those were the two winners right there.
Kyle
Oh.
Reed and Pavitas.
Yep. So I raced in that race, and so did Paul.
So was this at Florida?
No, Savannah.
Oh, okay. Rick Hoer and Traxxas is Rick Velo.
Yeah,
TQ'd mod with the Blue Eagle LS.
he did.
What?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
Dang. That would have been sick.
That's a good one. Yeah, Paul qualified, I think, third at that race in mod truck.
What? Cheater cells.
Oh, look at that. So what's the racer news? That's if you zoom up, that was our announcer from Lake Park that's Mike Dunn standing, but the guy sitting is Bill Hawk. And he was our announcer at Lake Park for many years, and he happened to get hired to be the announcer for the Nationals there that year. And behind him is the trophy girl. And then behind them with the weird looking hat is that's the Colonel. That was the guy.
KFC?
KFC guy.
He
The
was
guy with
the-
the chicken.
He was the original president of the Savannah Club, the Colonel right there.
Wow.
They have a race.
That's
now.
high rank.
They have a race now called the Colonel's Classic, and he was that's him.
Really?
Yep.
Like now? They have one.
Got those.
Huh.
What is it?
Really?
16 spices and ingredients.
There was a great picture of Paul, I think, with that trophy girl. I don't know if it's probably not this issue, but
In a magazine. Hmm. Paul's like,
What's
I
this?
got that on my phone.
So the next page is the Roar Off-Road National.
Look at that. Traxxas.
Look
That's
at
a
that.
good looking car, dude. That thing looks sick. Is that
that's Rick Velo's car right there.
Velo? Okay.
Yep.
Pro line. That's a good looking paint scheme and body. Black, even with black wheels, because
Yeah.
black wheels do not look good. That actually looks pretty darn good in a picture. Probably moving
Yeah.
it kind of looks like shit. 3-piece front wheels, RC10.
Yeah.
RC
Those are the
associated
RC10
shocks.
He actually won stock there with that car. He ran stock in mod, and he I
Dude.
believe he wins stock. And
Let's go.
That's probably a photo from the modified A main right there.
Kyle Reed.
Yeah, the Kyle's car just looks so epic in that photo. The colors are great.
What's he? Have you heard from him or like Kyle Reed?
I think he's on Facebook, but I haven't like followed him or whatever.
Huh. Oh boy.
Whoa. So,
Look at the whoops, bro. Look at the whoops.
yeah. Apparently it was really hot there too at this time. 100 degrees inside.
I don't know if they say because this was in the summer in Texas, and I don't know if they say that how many entries are during the article, but I want to say there was 600 or 700 entries here.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah, it was insane.
In
Oh man, I must have went a little too far. Wait, does it say here? Maybe. No.
So a small
took a wing
tidbit.
off that thing.
Yeah, that's one of the Dunns right there. Mike Dunn had a few problems. So what happened at this race was when we started qualifying, somebody went up to the track. I can't remember who the person is right now off the top of my head, but they recognized that they were hand counting people on the computer. They were pushing the buttons as they came across the start finish line. And so finally a couple people started, recognizing that. And they said, "Hey, you guys are hand counting." And they're like, "Yeah, well, our scoring loop quit working, so we're hand counting people." And they're like, "Oh, you can't do that." You know what I mean? Like, we got to figure out what's wrong with your, with what's wrong with the track, or what's wrong with the equipment.
Scoring, yeah.
So they stopped the race. I was actually on the driver's stand ready to run my qualifier when they stopped qualifying, and they said, "We're going to stop and we're going to figure out what's going on with the computer." So they sent to another track. They had to send out and get another computer from a different track. And while they went in to get this other computer, they worked on the track the entire time. So they were rolling it, prepping it, working on the track and the condition.
So this track was like dialed for your qualifier.
Well, no, not my qualifier. Hadn't happened.
Yeah, look at that bad boy. Woo!
Well, they're working on the track, and they finally come back with the computer, and they start qualifying again. And the track was so much better because they'd been working on it for hours that all the times were just getting, blown out of the water. Just every race that was coming up was a new TQ run, new TQ, like every run. It was, and finally they stopped qualifying because people complained that the track was so much better, and they threw out the whole round of qualifying because it was too fast. So we started qualifying. Then they had the computer problem. Then they threw out the round of qualifying because it was so fast, and there were 700 entries. So we're like racing like really late into the night, like 2 in the morning at least.
Kyle Reed stock.
That's why they put at the beginning of this article,
trophies in the garbage can.
Yeah, the trophies were in the garbage can because people were so.
Okay.
Why did Kyle Reed ran stock and he just didn't make the main and modified, or what?
Correct.
Because of accounting.
Yo, look at all the Traxxas cars there, man.
Well, if you look at here,
3, that's a lot. Look, Jack Johnson ran the Kevin motor. If you take a look at that,
I did see that.
Kevin, yeah.
Trademark.
So you'll see here, Kinwall came from 5th on the grid apparently to win this. But yeah, I mean, Jack Johnson was the TQ running the Losi Pro SC. This was the first race for Proline XTR compound tires. Actually, the second race, I'm sorry. The first race was the Norca Nats, which was a few months earlier, also in Texas. And so here I remember sitting next to Brian, and he's mounting his tires, and I'm like, "Hey, can I can I check out your tires?" And he's
Cool car, Pavitas.
He's showing me the tires, and I'm like, wow, these are way different and softer than my tires. And he's like, he just kind of looks at me like, oh yeah. And he's just kind of laughing at me like, haha, I have tires you can't get, whatever. And I mean, he was being nice, but he was really always cool to me there. I was like, I had only been racing not even 2 years, maybe 2 years, because this was 92. So I was racing 2 years. And so I was just sit there, talk to Kinwald, and he would show me these tires. But anyway, that's what he won with. I think it was a triple mains. I don't remember if it was single or triple mains, but and then JD Beckwith here won 4-wheel with his own. What's weird about this is
JD Beckwith.
What's weird about it
cash now
is he kind of had his own car here. He had like
877 cash now.
He had like machined arms, machined chassis. Like it was a YZ10, but his own version of it.
What's up with the Wally car? What is that?
I don't know what that means.
Pavitas.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I think he ran the same car as JD Beckwith. I think it was a Yokomo. They used to call it a Dukamo, actually.
I thought it might have been from Walmart.
So why do you put Walt? Yeah.
Because JD's name was John Duke Beckwith, and when he made his own car, they called it a Dukamo because his name was Duke. So I think that both of these, I think him and JD both had the same car.
All right, Jason, pop quiz. What wine was a Mr. S?
12 double, I think.
Everybody's running that shit.
I think a 12 double.
Yeah, but look what won. A Reedy Mr. M.
That's a 15 quint.
I don't know what an M was.
Jesus, Jason.
Sorry.
Well, it was like, 100 years ago.
I think Mr. O was an 11 turn, like an 11 double maybe.
Figured he had that tattooed on him.
But if you look at two-wheel drive, see the difference here is in two-wheel drive, I think maybe it was 6 cells. So you can see everybody running a 12 double, 12
4-wheel drive was probably 7 cell.
Right.
What's the all right, let's see. What's the guy with the Trinity shirt on and the glasses in the middle of the magazine? What's that article all about?
That's Brian Peterson.
There's the shirt, Trinity Losi. That's a cool shirt. Yep. That's cool.
Kinwald on the mission.
How about the Tommy Intruder showing up?
So did you mention what happened to that? Because it says here apparently track officials were using the older AMB system, and the new high frequency electronic speed controllers were interfering with its operation.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. I don't know why. I mean, being there, I don't remember why it wasn't working, but obviously they explained it more here. And I don't know that I've ever read this, but
nor have I.
There was a lot of drama. Like today, if this happened and was on the internet,
oh God, can you even fathom?
Oh, I can't even fathom. Like.
That'd be a shit show. Facebook would melt down.
It was so bad. Like I mean, what happened here? But it was huge. I mean, there was, whatever it was, almost 600 entry or 700 entries, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a big mess up, dude. I mean, for national, the scoring system would be not working. Yeah.
So it says to add insult to injury to Norm 5000 bit the big one. Between the fourth qualifying round of stock and fourth round of modified. In the hour or so that it took to get a backup system, the track workers decided to completely groom the track. In an effort to make the track conditions the same for all racers, officials had decided beforehand not to maintain the track, even if the track severely went away.
So basically just what I said.
All right, next page. Oh, that was a continuation. All right.
And what do you got down here?
The dork on the right there. What the hell?
That's Kyle Reed.
God, from
You thought it
this
was
far
Rhoda?
out, that looks like you
It does.
and Scott Hughes. I mean, like
yeah, I mean, if that was 1996, that's what I looked like.
Holy shit! I would have never guessed that was Kyle Reed.
Yeah.
I really thought it was you. Were you at this race?
Yeah, I've been saying that the whole time.
Steve is saying, what issue is this? This is January 1993.
It's in the title, Steve.
Should be in the titles of the. Maybe it's not showing up on Facebook and YouTube.
Steve, you got to read your instructions.
Okay, so where are we? What was up here? Nope.
Just a couple cool looking, one RC10, one Traxxas car looking pretty cool.
There's the rest of the results down there with the sponsors and stuff.
So there's the,
I always like to see if there's any like weirdo sponsors listed. Like, look, you got dirt bags in there. Amber Lynn Racing. What is that? Waldo Racing. What else we got in here?
Oh, right here you are. Okay.
Tara's Pleasure Dome. Wow.
What?
The second
What?
one down. The second one down from the top.
Where? Wait.
The
it's on top.
second one down from the top.
Tara's Pleasure Dome. Who was that?
Thong Watchers Service was another one.
Wait, I gotta go back real quick.
That's the other page.
Brian Peterson. I don't know who he is. So.
Look at a couple below that is a Thong Watchers Inc. It's two below that Pleasure Dome one.
Okay.
Oakley, Racing, Waldo.
Thong Watchers Incorporated.
I'm guessing there had to be a strip joint close by. That's what it had to be.
Here's Waldo Racing. Is that a playoff of Wally?
Norm's Discount Computer Outlet.
I don't think
Bro. Whoever finished third in two-wheel drive mod is sponsored by Norm's Discount Computer. Oh, it was a goofing on freaking goofing on the dude that ran this race in the magazine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Trolling.
They are trolling. Well, let's see here.
Pretty epic.
Do more Star Force. Yeah, buddy. Jam and Oakley, Technicraft, Turbocharger, Team Arlington. Yeah, that stuff's fun. I love that stuff. List of results and breakdown of their cars.
I have to Google Tara's Pleasure Dome.
Yeah, let's see where that's all about. we had a Pleasure Dome up north here, but it wasn't anybody's specifics.
That's the cool picture of Mark's car down there. It says JD, but that's actually Mark's car.
Oh,
man, what the hell?
it's trademark infringement.
Mm-hmm.
John Lee saying, is this Roar Nats triple? Oh, I think you were talking about that.
Well, this race that we're covering was over triple the entries of the Nats that's happening this weekend.
Oh, triple the entry.
Yeah.
I thought I read
That's
that
crazy.
wrong. Don't ask me how.
We want to ask you.
That's Jane McMillan right there. She was a racer that came and raced in Florida with her husband. And so, yeah, at 61 years old, Jane is a retired junior high school teacher, has given up, I'm going to Florida cliche to become a full-time RC fanatic. So her and her husband, Don, they practiced.
Traxxas, baby.
They practiced every day at Lake Park in Tampa. And the amount of times me, Paul, Brett, and Brad Ralphs seen them out there practicing was an unreal amount. And
You thought they would have been better.
they actually, you know what? They actually did pretty well.
Jason probably took him out. Like, get out of here, lap traffic. Eesh.
I mean,
Into the pipes. Eesh.
they usually took us out, to be
Weren't they
honest.
at the 96 Nats for real?
Probably.
Yeah, I remember seeing them.
Never
Yeah.
forget. They had a one main lead.
Yeah.
Well, she dressed just like in that photo every day. Like she looked
Oh,
like that every
Indiana
day.
Jones. Got it. I'm a fan of your Temple of Doom.
Jason went to see the new one recently.
I did.
Indiana Jones and the Legion of Doom.
How to travel to a major RC race. So what's Jay Halsey used tire? So this is probably all everybody during the time when they were working on the track and they were trying to get a new computer set up. I mean, it was goofball city in the pits. That's for sure.
A lot of time to kill.
Yeah. I think we got a comment here from Hannah saying that she was happy to report Lee's stadium truck has been more under control now. I did see he got like a third or fourth in the last round. I think it was fourth in the last round. He had a pretty good run.
Are we doing a watch along?
Dude, another
Tomorrow.
super soaker.
No, for the mains.
Three episodes in 1 week. Wow.
I mean, it's just like
We're going nuts.
Bad Boys
What?
up in the top
Hey.
corner.
What's it take to a race? A super soaker.
Those are so big then, I guess.
Yeah, who's gonna pack a super soaker to a race? I mean, unless you're driving, then. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember Bad Boys made some. Who made those cases? I remember those cases. Those.
Is it Sato?
Yeah, the anti-static.
They were great.
Space age technology.
And I bet they weren't lipo safe.
No.
I doubt it.
Those bags definitely weren't.
Seiko.
Relax, Santos.
Stop correcting us.
I think the guy, the name I was saying, he was like the bad guy in one of the Karate Kids.
God damn.
Yeah, I remember Bad Boys made a couple like
Go back
aluminum
one more.
parts.
The Bad Boys. Yeah, you're exactly right. They had
For
a-
RC10 B2s,
Yeah,
battery strap, and some other shit.
ton of colors.
So you
Yeah,
told me to go back one. Where'd you want me to go?
Purple and green. Yeah, Bad Boys up there. Up
We
there,
were just talking
Blackpink.
about that one. I
The
kind
ad
of like.
is
I kind of like the logo.
Batteries from hell.
look at that.
I thought the logo was dumb back then, but I kind of like it now.
You were right. I will give him credit. Like the circles are cells.
There you go.
Ah, god damn. Good eye.
That's pretty neat. Attention to detail is
Yep.
next level.
It's Kirby's thing.
Jack Johnson, right
Jack
there.
Johnson, Oakley decal. Man, this was like the beginning of 8 scale, huh? This was like, hey,
This
this is
is-
where it started, huh?
This is very vintage 8 scale.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, where do you think this race was?
I mean, honestly, look at how good the photos are considering
Yeah.
the time period.
Hey, is that Jammin's truck there under Jack's?
We got to ask Hannah how she feels about these photos from
Oh,
1992.
these photos are better. Whoops. Jason, number 6 truck there below Jack Johnson.
That's a Ron Rossetti paint job.
Rossetti. Okay.
Hmm.
I like that Team Losi on the side. That logo was pretty cool.
Yeah, they had two. The one on the spoiler and the one on the side, both really neat.
Yeah, the one on the side was so cool, like very racy. Hey, back in the day, so the one on the spoiler, back in the day, Mike Stoll ran. He was from Pennsylvania, and he would cut out the Team Losi and make Team Stoll.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. I like it.
Mike Stoll's in Texas now, right?
He is. Shout out to Mike Stoll.
He still
Yep.
races.
Yep.
Stoley.
Yeah, because I remember when years ago
Look at
on
that.
Facebook, I'm like, hey, Mike Stoll, Texas. What the heck?
Got Lee's buggy right there with a front bumper on it.
Bro, look at that. That thing is. I bet
I
it
love
won
it.
it won concourse.
I want to know what the wing said there, but can't read it.
Tara's pleasure, though.
Oh man, dude,
Look at that.
I want to race again just to put that down.
Look at that paint.
That's definitely an ugly one.
Yeah,
Ah.
I mean, look at how much better Jack's car looks compared to all the rest.
Oh, it literally looks. It looks like
well,
he's
it's second best.
amongst like. Like, is everybody else like running street spec or what? What the hell?
Exactly. There's John Thawley racing.
For what?
A perplexed John Thawley watches his car burst into flames as it runs off the track. As it runs off the track into
I hope
Kyosho.
that's storage depot.
I hope that's true.
I hope it is too. I have a feeling it's not, but let's make believe it's real.
That is awesome. Oh shit.
Car Action just taking liberties with these captions.
What we got here?
What is that piece of shit?
Oh, fifth scale. No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey,
Oh man.
hey, that's how cool they were then. They're still that cool now.
Right.
Just saying. Okay.
So look at all the names here in this. This is 8-scale buggy. So Chris Moore is the winner, which now, we talked about him from the 87 Worlds, right?
Jason,
Yeah.
were you at this race?
No. But Chris Moore there, he was the guy that was from the 87 Worlds. He was on the podium. And then he's also the Mugen USA owner.
Yes, you did mention that.
And then we got second, which is Yuichi Kanai, which is Kanai with Kyosho, the famous Kanai.
Wait, like the Mugen USA now?
Yeah, Mugen USA now. Chris Moore owns that.
Oh wow.
So, then Kanai. Then I don't know who this guy is in third.
Will Chris be at the Mugen Challenge?
He doesn't usually go, no.
Ah,
Ooh. Hey, look at
Jack Johnson fourth. Mick
Mhm.
Craddock. Mick is still around from the UK.
still racing.
Dave Henry, I remember him. John Adams, he was from Kyosho and Great Plains.
remember he was a president as well.
And then Jay Halsey, obviously, he's in the main. So
Gotti, look at the car Halsey ran.
Pirate.
Ah, baby.
Arr.
So you can see the big, fight going on here in the truck. This is 10 scale stadium truck here, gas truck, first time. So I remember this guy Rich winning, and you could see that they had 1 star meant it was an A-Main Racing Dungeon Engineering truck, which A-Main Racing and A-Main
It's
is
not this.
not connected.
No.
But and then Frank Massey, who's the guy from the magazine,
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say.
John Huber, I remember the name, but I don't. And Bill Jarek, who's been around RC forever, he's helped us a bunch at J Concepts, actually.
Phil Sims. He was a quarterback for the Giants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Doug Van Mosch, I remember him. And then
Van Halen.
Ruffy Rios, who TQ'd and did not start the main, but he was a friend of ours here from Florida.
I'd like to know why he didn't start the main.
I don't remember, but I remember when he came back, it was a story, man. It was him telling you the story was like a 2-day thing. I don't know where Jack Johnson is now.
Really?
I do remember that I believe that he left Losi and went to work for a video game company, I believe. But I don't really remember anything from there. I want to say that I saw him. God, when would I see him? You know what's weird is I always thought he looked like a bad guy from the movies. But
Jack Johnson?
Jack Johnson, I thought he looked like
Yeah, I could see that though.
A villain.
like a villain from the movies. But
Tall dude.
yeah,
Kind
but
of had a scowl a lot.
yeah, he wasn't a smiling kind of guy.
Especially when I told him that Team Lucy game was horrible.
But he was a really actually when he went to
At Chicago Hobby Show, he was mad
It
at me.
wasn't a lie.
It wasn't. He's like, so what do you think? I'm like, oh man,
Kind of sucks.
it's not it's not good, Jack. That's what I
brutal,
said.
brutal Jack.
It's not what I expected.
Savage.
He said, what did you expect? I said, NRC racing game. Off-road
Cool.
tracks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the get out of here, kid.
Yeah. Remember RC Pro Am? I mean,
Yeah. Even that was better.
that was
Funny
so
part
cool.
here is if you go up and you look at that top tire, the Pro line. This was called the 9011. That was the part number.
Good year.
Back then, they didn't have a name for this, and it just became known as the 9011. And that was the first Pro line 8-scale buggy tire, and it actually worked extremely well.
So why was it 9011? It was the part number?
That was the part number, 9011. Yeah.
How creative. Dude, look at those tires in the middle. Tell me those things don't look like shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is how.
This is shown here a few sets of an Italian Mondale tires that Jack Johnson used on his TQ Kyosho Inferno. So
Jesus.
he TQ'd with these tires.
Jason's like, hold on, I got some ideas.
He had these tires imported for this race.
Imagine.
They cost roughly around $25 to $50 for a pair.
You know, in these
1993,
days-
$50.
in these days, this is how 8-scale tires were designed, and there was so many that looked like this or similar or even worse. They took
What is going on here?
they took the cake when it came to ugly tire designs and 8-scale.
It's just like they threw, let's just turn this spike this way. Let's put it this way. And
Hey,
let's
let's-
say it works on.
Let's just look at okay, everybody. What's your favorite key in a calculator? That's what we're making.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't realize then, but now I realize later in life was that the reason these tires look like this is because of
There wasn't. I mean,
well, back then there wasn't computer generated drawings either, and these were those pins and the slots they're using are all like end mill bits for mills. And that's why they're slots and just singular pins, and
Gotcha.
because they're all machinist ready sizes and cutting tools that you could use. So that's why they look like the one that got like the plus sign.
Yeah,
it's got like 4 dots and two. It's got 4 pins and then 2 slots connecting them. That was because you could drill 4 holes in the mold and then slot 2 of them, and then you had a piece of your tread instance. You had your tread instance there. So and you can see all these slotted. They have round edges. All these slotted tires here have round corners. That was because it was an end mill bit, and they would just run an end mill bit into the mold and slot it. So that's why this really ugly one on the far right with these really stupid looking pins, that is about as bad as it gets. So yeah, man, the 8-scale definitely, they took the cake for the ugliest tire designs until
I'll say.
Until about the Crime Fighter and the bow tie. Those were the coolest looking. An A&L concept body.
So this is the Racer News Speed Shop section.
Very cool. I like the little map in the middle.
The globe.
the world globe.
Flat earthers were like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, that's what I'm talking about. RC10T universal axles, those are nice.
Max Mod tire, right? Tire drawer. Yeah, tire drawer.
I'm pretty sure I had the. But that doesn't look like the one I had though. The one I think Paul had the big Max Mod, the big, and
The
then,
one with a case, yeah.
and then I had I got the mini, but I thought it was like anodized case around it or something.
Yeah, like that's for, dude. I'm sure if you're $150, if you're gonna buy that, just get the one with the damn case. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
you're
was.
gonna have to C clamp that to a bench or something.
They were so cool, man.
Oh, dude, the ones with it, they were silver and blue anodized case, and
That's the one I had.
there was no better tire chewer than Max Mods. Period. End of story.
And nothing smelt like a freshly cut set of tires. The best.
Yeah, especially if you're taking off like a really large amount of foam at one shot.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the cool part about on-road was truing those tires and putting on your suntan lotion for tire sauce in the parking lot. That was great.
Never did that.
That was awesome. Like, to me, when people smell copper tone, they think of the beach. I think of on-road racing.
Now, wait a minute here. What about this one? This
Come
chewer.
on, just look at it.
Ours
Jump.
cuts the mustard, it says.
That's about it.
Oh, this is the Max Mod Mini.
Oh,
That's-
wow, that looked. No, that thing looks like shit, dude.
That's not the one.
You don't want that.
What do you mean? It says Max Mod Mini down here.
It does. It does say that.
It says we didn't invent the tire chewer, but in 1987 we sold our first one for $250. The other cheaper ones were soon to be replaced by our more powerful machines. Max Mod Bench Racer.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing any kind of amount of tire chewing, you wanted the good one. The juice box.
You can't print that.
You can't put that in a magazine.
Okay. We're almost at the end here. We're on page 88 of 89, it's saying. Or no,
There's that power supply.
93 to go.
The Rivergate power source power.
Yeah, dude, those were the bomb. Look at that. Those were awesome. Used by Jack Johnson, Chris Moore, Dave Cleveland, Cheetah Racing. Regal definitely had one of those. No doubt about it. I
Yeah,
mean,
I see
an
that.
oval chassis with an X brace on it.
Done deal.
Damn.
It's
Done deal.
over, guys. It's over. Just pack up your gear. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, the Custom Works.
This is the what's new
EBM.
section.
That was Custom Works' first Eastern Dirt modified body. Probe. I can't believe it was a probe. That's what I ran at the Sugar Bowl in '92.
Damn.
Oh, there it says. There it says the body was a choice. Top 4 finish in '92. Yep. There you go. Custom Works. Extreme. I remember them guys.
Extreme Motorsports.
Yep.
Trinity stock motor tuning kit.
Sick.
Definitely.
Look at
Let's see how much that is. $10.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Good deal.
Silver cavity brushes. Yeah, boy.
There's the Traxxas Nitro Hawk to the right.
God, I don't remember. Huh, that was their 10 scale gas truck, huh?
Yeah.
That was forgettable.
It was the one that got it going, though. Look at this. Duratrax had batteries for a while.
Pro picked.
Well, I mean, Duratrax, you just hear that brand and you're like,
RTR.
Slapper.
trash.
for sure.
Blackfoot. I bet
Oh,
the
Super Blackfoot.
I bet the Blackfoot sway bar kit would fit the Super Blackfoot.
They go
Oh,
right
hell
on.
yeah.
I think it'd
Okay.
be sick.
Another
Super-
front end.
Super machine front end. Buds.
7 out of the 10 A main finalists at the 92 IFMAR 12 scale world champs used the Buds Super Machine front end.
Wow.
I'm not so
Wow.
sure.
And-
There
And
was
I'm-
3 that what didn't.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what. Well, there's a list of it. What was different between that and the associated front end? There's your list of more travel and whatnot. How was that front end only $22.50? What the heck?
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
How is that cheap?
It was 90.
Jesus.
There's another front end to the right, the Lynx, the tube front end here with the ball.
BME. Yeah, that you could adjust. Caster.
Rotate the tube and tighten
Yeah.
up the clamp.
Links 2.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Brick. New
God.
York.
New Jersey.
That looks so medieval, doesn't it?
It does. Just put someone's neck
Here's-
right in that clamp.
Here's a rod with a turnbuckle on it. Just bolt it to your car.
What's this up
What's
here?
it? What's the upper left too?
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what that car is there. What is that?
This
oh,
is saying
Sassy
Sassy
Chassis.
TTB 10.
They were everywhere, man. Sassy. They were making chassis like mad.
Sassy chassis. They were not just
Illinois.
making chassis, Jason. They were making sassy chassis.
See the new Claude bullhead cantilever suspension to the right?
Oh, who could forget?
Who could forget that? I don't
Sassy
want to
chassis.
say. I don't want to say nothing.
It was like $1 million.
I don't want to say nothing, but I made my own cantilever suspension for my Clodbuster 2 years before this.
Oh,
Wow.
Should have trademarked it.
Damn.
I got the pictures.
It's your opportunity.
Take that, sassy chassis. They still around? And that is the end of January 1993 edition of RC Car Action. No track directory. I forgot that came in later.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
That track directory took up a lot of real estate.
Sure
Yeah.
did. Like 100 pages.
that was a lot of space.
Not only that, I mean, plus it was like, oh, here's tracks in Turkey.
Yeah.
Well, that was
There you go.
it was an all right issue. You know, nothing compared to that Worlds issue though. The last one we did.
Yeah.
That was the issue of issues. Until we do the 89 Worlds, that was another good one.
I don't know. This was pretty good. This had good. This had the off-road nats, the worlds. I'm really disappointed. There is a car action that has the the first exclusive pictures of the Evolution 10, because I remember that episode or that issue. I was like, oh my god, there it is, the Evolution 10. Holy shit!
I definitely feel like that's not very good coverage on that 10 scale.
It's
World.
not. Can you believe that's all it was? It was like 6 pages, maybe.
Yeah, who was
not
responsible
even.
for this? Oh, Mike Ogle.
Sorry,
it was-
Mike.
Some of the pictures were good, but and that's it.
The Worlds always needs to be in color, by the way.
Yeah.
Never go black and white.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
Color here.
Go to
color.
the next page there. Toggle to the right there.
All right. Don't yell at me later on tonight when you're tired. Where am I
Toggle.
going now?
Right.
Yep.
Top right, Cliff left.
Turn the page.
Turn the page.
Turn the page.
Now let's go up where this guy's looking at batteries.
Okay.
No, he's looking at the tech officials check the
Oh,
transponder.
check in this transponder.
A and B.
So they didn't go into the battery fiasco here in the magazine.
I remember when that's when Paul ran illegal batteries. That's all I remember from that race.
All right. All right then.
Cool. There we go, guys. That was a good one. You're right, Kirby. That was it was packed in there a little bit. You got the on roads. You got the Kyosho Gas Challenge.
Yeah, Philly Flamer.
Nats, Philly Flamer.
I mean, there's a lot. There is some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
A lot of Traxxas stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, they're the team to watch.
Obviously, where they started, kind of.
This is where their dominance started, and well, it ended like a month later.
There you go.
Later. Jake Inks from saying the Nitro Hawk, which was back there, was his first gas truck.
I don't remember it. I'll be honest, I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
Was that the first official kit, Jason?
This
did
is the
they
Hawk
beat
2, though.
RC10 GT to the punch?
No, yeah, Traxxas had the first gas truck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The team to watch.
Watch, boy, look at.
They didn't make it as a competition truck. I think it just so happened that when they made one,
That it was,
it just started happening.
Cool. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody for joining us on this Friday night edition of a look back at the RC car action. And
Yeah, buddy.
Kirby Hand able to join us on Friday nights. So if we do them on Friday nights, Kirby might be here.
Yeah.
Appreciate Jason Rona's time also. I mean, he was out running around getting some food and popped in here. We weren't quite sure if he was going to make it or not, but he did. So we appreciate it. And best of luck to the team out there at the Nationals. We may or may not do a watch along on Sunday.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I'll be down to watch. I mean, I'll be at the shop tomorrow and Sunday, but we'll figure out how to do it. And so far, 2 rounds of qualifying went down today. So,
and who do we got leading the pack?
Brock Champlin TQ'd the first 2 rounds of 2-wheel. And the first round of 4-wheel was TQ'd also by Brock. And then the second round of 4-wheel was TQ'd by Paul Lemieux's son.
Oh,
Chase
Wow. That's cool.
First round TQ a mod truck, I think, was Dustin Evans. And the second round was Ty Tessman.
I've heard of him. Oh.
So it's actually shaping up to be a really interesting qualifying. I mean, we got a lot of guys running well, and the track is making things a little difficult on everyone, it seems, with just the consistency of the traction seems to be on and off a little. And Spencer says when I talk to him, his stuff seems to be falling off. The track kind of falls off while you run a little bit, and he said towards the end he's having a hard time. And they're all staying after the races last night and tonight, trying to get better. I think Paul and Tyler, they were trying to get dialed in a little more. And
do we got to add sugar or what? What do we need?
It's watered. The track is packed really hard, and
Did they have like a mister going on? Did I see a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have misters of the ceiling coming off the ceiling, and they also water, I think, occasionally with the hose. It's all about how much water's in the track to keep the consistency up. If it starts getting away from them and gets too dry, then I think the drivers are having a hard time. But the layout, everybody says, is amazing, fun to drive. Paul really likes the layout. He said he's been having a good time with the layout. And Tyler, he's had some good runs in stock today. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about the track layout. I think it's just they've been really searching on the traction side of how to balance it all. And right now the guys are running a blue compound, Ellipse tires, Sand Slicks. And I believe they're running on blue compound. So that's really weird for us. I don't know of a race we've ever ran blue compound tires in 10 scale for years and years. So it's kind of unique. So we'll see if they stick with it and if it keeps working. Guys are having success right now. So we'll see if Dakota's been doing pretty well too. He's in the mix in every heat. and I think he'll end up qualifying in the top 3 of each class, and then we'll see. The mains are going to be interesting on a track like this, so
We
And
shall
for-
see.
For
what
anybody
happens.
out there, you get bonus credit if you find out whose truck there is in the front. Actually, I wonder if it would be
I thought we.
that number 5. I wonder if it would be like, you go back and look at that article and it's truck number 5.
we could do that.
Gotti,
What?
quick, to the arrows. Start turning pages.
Yeah, just go back and let's see who number 5 was.
All right. Should I slowly turn the pages or click through them fast? I'm just
Faster.
kidding. I'm kidding.
And this is where I say, oh, look at that ad. I'm joking.
Did I pass it?
No. It's going to be after this. There you go. It's going to be truck number 5. Oh, it does show qualifying.
Wait a minute. Where?
Down. Truck number 5 is Phil Sims. No, that's not it. Maybe. No. Scroll to the right. See what other stuff he ran. Oh, just okay. Huh. I don't know
thought
if
you
that
guys
was.
saw who was on the cover. Didn't you say it was
I don't know. Did Jason?
What
I don't think
about
Jason? No.
the cover? Didn't you tell us who it was?
No, I don't know. I
Jason
think,
didn't know.
I think it was the Andy's painted body, and I think the driver was from California. That was my guess based
Oh,
on
okay.
everything.
Well, they should have had the worlds on there.
Absolutely.
Magic, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, to me, it would have been a perfect opportunity for a nice grid shot right there from the 10 scale worlds. Would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But they are obviously liking that shot too. So
You could have put the Tommy in front.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have been awesome. All right. So that car action was brought to you by Car Action. Well, it wasn't brought to you by Car Action Boost, but I joined Car Action Boost to bring this to you. And so head on over there. Check it out. They have some exclusive interviews. Kirby, they even had a Boost interview with Jason Rona that you only get if you subscribe to Boost.
Well, I guess I'll never know.
I'll share my password. Username. and password. Okay. I'm kidding. Correction. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody joining us. If you're listening to the audio version, don't forget to go over to YouTube and like the YouTube channel. Spread the word. Share everything with your friends. Try and boost up the numbers. Don't forget to hit the notification bell on Facebook, because I know some of you are saying you're not getting notified. So I think you got to go in there and change a bunch of things. Takes a little time, but you can do it. And yeah, download the show on all the popular podcasting apps. And Stitcher Radio is gone now, right?
Yeah, it's this month.
This
Rip.
month they're going away, so you will not be able to get the podcast on Stitcher Radio.
I mean, if you are still on that platform, ooh,
Yeah, so you can get us everywhere else, though.
Spotify.
Tell Alexa to turn on Radio Impound Podcast, or ask Siri.
No.
And don't forget to check out Jason Rona's website called JC Concept. No, is it JC? No, jconcepts.net for all your J Concepts team coverage. And Hannah's going to be doing some video and stuff. You guys going to upload that later from the Nats, right?
absolutely.
You got
In
it.
the meantime, we're going to head over to Live RC. What's I got to put you.
Soundwave.
Oh, dude. Look at that shirt.
Yeah.
Jason's like, what is
Pretty cool.
that?
I know.
Transformers.
Soundwave and the little cassettes.
Russell Hamilton says, thanks, guys. Another great one. Well, we appreciate you joining
Thanks,
us.
Russ.
From YouTube.
From YouTube, too. Tell a
From the
friend.
tube.
Come on. When you go to the track, tell a friend. All right, guys. We'll catch you. Maybe we'll catch you Sunday for a watch along if we're available. Jason and I guess. Kirby's probably bound out now. He's had softball games, I'm sure.
I have a softball tournament both days.
Oh, see. There you go.
Another tournament. And there's another tournament next weekend.
Wow. Wait. Oh, so you're going to be at LCRC on Friday?
Yes.
All right. Good deal.
July and August are just
Packed.
packed. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
All right. All right, guys. See you on the next one.
Later, ripheads.